Hey guys, today I want to talk about the Disney Lorcana trading card game and why I don't think it's going to be very successful in the long term, despite a lot of people saying the contrary. They think it's going to be the next big thing and it's going to wipe out all these new TCGs off the map. Say goodbye to MetaZoo. It's going to completely kill Flesh and Blood, and I just don't get it. I understand they got big bad Disney behind them. They're this huge company with a massive following. They got a big leg up on the competition, tons of different IPs they can dump into this game. I get it. But we have seen time and time again, when a large IP tries to turn themselves into a trading card game, they completely fail. We've seen it with Harry Potter. We've seen it with Star Wars, how I think Disney themselves tried to make a TCG in the past, and they completely failed. It's just hard to make a successful game that lasts long term. And me personally, I know it's kind of crazy to say, but I'd rather back a brand new game with a new IP, because they're going to have much more passion behind what they're doing, and they're going to want to see the game succeed. Where with Disney has so many different things on their plate, so many different avenues of revenue, they could pull the plug, drop this at a moment's notice and not even bat an eye. And if you're left holding bags, it's going to suck for you. And a lot of people right now are holding bags. They've dropped tens of thousands of dollars in those D23 promo cards. And I get it. Disney can be collectible. Some people have more money than they have brains. And if that's you, do you, boo. I understand. But at the end of the day, I just don't trust it. Then you look at the game itself, and it's made by a company called Ravensburger that makes board games. They have no TCG experience whatsoever. And I get they're working with people that do, but ultimately that's concerning. And just like Louis from Kitchen Table TCG's been talking about, I feel the same way. We don't know how involved Disney really is with this game because they worked with the company in the past as a licensee. And I don't know if that's the case now. They're actually going to be there behind the scenes making all the decisions. That plays a huge factor in the success of this game long term as well, that a lot of people are not talking about. And even to this day, after all this time, we still don't know the facts of how involved they are. So it's kind of worrying. And people that think they actually care about trading card games and they want to make a game that's going to cater to all these fans, I just don't see it. Because Disney likes to take things and basically squeeze it dry and jump to the next thing. All they care about is money. And if you haven't been paying attention to the news lately, Disney has been getting their ass handed to them. The last few quarters, they have lost over hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. It could be in the billions at this point in time. I don't really know. Because they tapped out the United States for revenue, they tapped out Europe, and now they've been reaching out to these smaller countries. They're making movies there, and they have to abide by the rules, so they're censoring things, becoming super woke, and now these movies are basically crashing at the box office, and people are hating them for it. Disney Plus is in the shitter right now. They're losing their ass. The only thing that's making them money is their parks right now, so it wouldn't surprise me that they'd see TCGs have been taken off lately, and now they're jumping on this avenue to squeeze it dry. So if you think long term they care about this, I just don't think they do. I really don't. And I think this game isn't going to succeed long term because you look at it, who it's catered to, people in my age bracket, 30s to 40s that grew up with Disney, and maybe kids. People my age, I mean, we're just going to jump to the next big thing. You know what I mean? That popularity is going to fade off after the first set or two, and they're going to move on to something else. It's going to fall into obscurity. It's going to end up in every bargain bin around the country, find at your local friggin' Big Lots and grocery store. That's what's going to happen. You're not going to be able to get rid of the stuff. And when it comes to kids, do you think they're going to want to play a trading card game? No. Most parents aren't bringing their kids out to play TCGs. If you do, that's great. But most parents are shitty these days. They throw an iPad in front of their kids and they call it a day. And that's just facts. So what I think is going to happen after several sets, it's going to turn into a digital game because kids love to be on mobile devices. And I think it's going to be much more successful as a digital game. I don't know how long it's going to take, 5, 6, 7 sets, I don't know, but eventually it's just going to become a digital game. It's going to fall off the face of the earth as far as like an actual physical game. I could see them selling promo cards at their parks because people like collectibles like that, but I think that's the only thing it's going to be successful with when it comes to physical cards, in my personal opinion. And maybe I'm biased because I don't like Disney. I think they're a very greedy, disgusting company. Take it or leave it. I'd be happy if they died tomorrow, personally. And I grew up with it too, just like everybody else, but I don't really care. This is a company that sued a poor family for trying to put Spider-Man on their son's grave. They don't care. They only care about money. I would never give them a penny of my own money. I don't know why you'd want to give them your money, but if you do, it is what it is. I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. So for me, Disney Lorcana is going to be a no from me, dog, because I just don't like what I see. I'd rather buy into other TCGs that excite me, and I know it's kind of silly. You get this massive IP with all this history and everything behind it, and I'm buying into these brand new ones that are probably going to die tomorrow, but for me, I just like that stuff a lot more than this garbage, but that's just my personal opinion. I'd love to hear yours.